a new home for a while.
Well, welcome back everyone. Today we've got a bit of a special episode. We've thrown something in the mix here. We are still in freezing cold Canberra. Believe it or not, I'm actually the one that's coping with the cold. Tim's not. He's actually behind the camera today. I'm just taking care of today because he's too cold.
Chopping the icicles off my nose.
He's sitting in the full sun over there thawing out. Anyway, so today we have Vicky, who's going to be sharing with us this awesome business idea for all of us people travelling with animals on the road. And so, can you explain to everybody the name of what you're going to be putting out there and what you're all about?
Sure. We are Air Bark and Bark. We're a mobile app. We've been live for about 6 weeks now, and we've just had over 1,000 downloads. We're about connecting people travelling on the road with their dog for dog minding services. We all know how hard it is to go to something like a national park,
Yep.
or in Canberra, like go to the museum or something if you've got
Yes.
a dog. You know, so you're in the same caravan park as me, so I can connect with you.
Which was perfect.
And do a reciprocal arrangement or a fee for service if a reciprocal arrangement is not suitable. So we're just trying to make it easier for people to travel with their dog and be a bit more spontaneous with the things that they want to do. For me, I love to play golf. So playing golf and travelling with my dog was always going to be a little bit difficult. Not impossible, because you can plan ahead, but if the weather's bad, you don't want to go.
That's
right.
right.
And if you wake up and you go, oh, it's a beautiful day, I'd love to go and play golf, and you haven't got someone organised,
Yes.
you look on the app, you see who's in the area, you can connect with a few people and potentially find someone who can help you out.
See, that's perfect, because I know, because we've been travelling for a while now, there has been those times where we've actually booked ahead, booked the dogs into places, and then they've literally just had a day in there and we've been stuck in the caravan for the day because the weather's just gone terrible and we've sort of wasted that time, and then you can't then rebook because you need to have that done earlier. So I think something like this that you're explaining would be perfect for that.
Yeah, it's spontaneous, it's flexible, you can cancel, you can, rearrange. It's really an informal type of arrangement, so you can, and building a community of people to support each other for dog minding on the road.
Yeah, and is it just for dogs?
Look, we've set out with the idea that it is for dogs. It's called Air Bark and Bark.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to stop it from being for other animals. Because we're not a third party to the process, it's really just facilitating connections. So you can connect for cat minding, bird minding, ferret minding, whatever, you know. But it's not for kids.
Yes.
At this stage.
But not kid minding. It's not anything to do with Air Kid and kids.
No.
It's
no.
animals.
No, it's definitely to do with animals.
Yeah, well, I think it's a brilliant idea. So what brought your whole passion about doing this? What is it that sort of made you go, you know what, I'm going to come up with this idea and this is what I'm going to do?
Well, there's a number of things. I bought this caravan a few years ago, and in anticipation of doing some small trips and eventually retiring and being on the road a bit more permanently. Today is actually my retirement date. I turned 60 today, and so this is, really my goal was to have this up and running by the time I retired and got on the road more permanently.
That's perfect. Yeah. What an exciting, you put something out there, you set a goal and you've succeeded, and here you are.
Yeah, and we really, the other goal is to make it easier for everyone to travel with their dogs and not leave them at home. And post-COVID, right now, the rescue organisations are full with dogs. We don't want people to surrender their dogs or have to rehome their dogs. We want to make this eventually such a ubiquitous app for people travelling that they can feel comfortable to take their dogs. There are more and more dog-friendly caravan parks, so we need something like this.
I think it's a great idea. A really, really good idea. So how do people find you? So just say someone's pulled up to a caravan park and they've heard about you, but they haven't actually looked into how to go about becoming a part of the whole community of Air Bark and Bark.
Okay, we have a website, www.airbarkandbark. Now it's Air Bark, N, not and, bark, vanlife.com.au.
We'll throw that link in
Yep.
on the video as well, just so people have it there as
We
well.
also have a public Facebook page and Instagram page, and we have a private Facebook page, which is more for people who join as the social side of the app. And we have the mobile app, of course, which is downloadable from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store.
That's perfect.
And
So it's easy enough for people to find.
oh yeah. It's if you Google Air Bark and Bark, it'll come up these days.
That's awesome.
And the other thing is we are looking to build a web-based application. Hopefully, have that running by the end of this year.
Awesome. So if, for example, I think we chatted about this the other day, just for safety and things like that, it's safe to be a part of this community, and it is about sharing and caring for each other and helping each other out. It isn't a business venture where it's just, you know, you're going to throw a dog off just randomly somewhere. It's something where you've researched it, people know who you are, and you've got a background, so people can feel safe actually being a part of this and leaving their animals, because I know that's a big thing for people who get a bit nervous about leaving their animals just with another person in a caravan park.
Yeah, look, we did set out to make this a really safe app. Look, unfortunately, at the time that we set up the app, it was when all the data breaches were happening. We set out with the intention of making sure that people had verified their IDs and such, but nobody wanted to upload their ID. So we've pivoted away from that, and we now allow people to come on as a minder but they won't get the ID verified tick on their profile. So we ask those people who are, if you're going to use them, the finder, to do their due diligence and check their ID. You know, take a photo of their car. As you're leaving. Make sure you are comfortable, and listen to your dog. You know, your dog's going to be the best judge of character of who you leave someone with, and always just be comfortable. You know, we've got on our website, we've got some hints and tips for making the dog minding experience a positive one.
Yep.
And you know, it's always good, I think, if you're introducing dogs, to go for a little walk together first.
Yeah.
They become part of your pack.
And I think it's just like kids when they meet kids and they just all want to hang out together and play. It's actually really social for the dogs as well as us, where you can be in an open space where the dogs can all get to know each other, and before you know it, it's sort of like the dogs don't want to leave each other because they're having so much fun. So it's the same concept as you would have for kids as you do for the animals. Yeah. So I think it's a brilliant idea if you guys want to jump on board and have a look. And support Vicky, because she's put a lot of work into this and a lot of research, and I think it's just brilliant. It's a great idea. It's a shame that Vicky arrived 10 days too late for us, because we'd have 100% used her time and time again, because we did put our dogs into a care facility for, I think it was 2 or 3 days just for the day. But something like this is more personal. It's in your own environment. Your dogs can still be with your caravan, still feel safe. That's what we would prefer, because I just think that it's more homely and it's more interactive, and I know Vicky would have been all over our dogs the whole time. They probably would have been spoiled rotten while we were out. So definitely think that this is something you guys need to get on board with if you're travelling with animals. Check out Air Bark and Bark. And I don't know if there's anything else that you want to share before we go.
One other thing, the app is free for now. Once we do have a really effective network, we're going to be charging, but it will be a small subscription fee, and it'll be tailored to people's travel needs. If you're going for 1 month, you can join for 1 month for $4.95. If you're on long service leave, you may opt for a 6-month subscription for $16.95, and if you're on the road permanently or you're a minder in a local area, you can join for $27.95 a year. But that will be happening probably in about 3 to 4 months.
Okay. Well, I think that's money well spent regardless, because, like I said, it's part of a community. You get to know each other, and I think even then, being on the road full time or even short term, you get to know each other and you end up crossing paths. I think, that's what happens when you start to meet people, and having places and where people you can trust, and then your dogs also get to meet again and hang out. Like Lucy's been amazing here. Hey, Lucy? You're a beautiful
she's
girl.
a sweet girl.
It's just nice to be able to have that connection for your pets and for us as well. So, I think that just about wraps it up.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we're heading off tomorrow, but I think you're going to get a lot of people interested. I really think it's such a brilliant idea, and I've been waiting for something like this for us, so we're definitely on board with it, and hopefully everything goes really well for you.
Thank you.
And I hope we cross paths again.
Oh, we will. Yeah, definitely.
All right, guys, we will see you in the next video, and if you guys have any questions, throw them in down below, and we'll comment and reply as soon as we can.
okay, 'cause I found my way.